Hey everyone, it's Joelle and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it had been requested that since my hair has been, put back into a protect style, that I kind of go through my current skincare routine, what I'm using, and I'm also going to be doing some kind of like random chit chat, kind of discussing some things that have been on my mind lately. But of course, before we get started, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. I promise that once we hit 50,000 subscribers, which is the halfway point to 100,000 subscribers, that I would be sending any one of you any product line of your choice. So go ahead and click that button down below. Also, let me go ahead and introduce you guys to this week's promo. Flavour de la Baye invites you to experience the authentic flavors of the West Indies. From their chipotle tamarind barbecue sauce to their spicy herb vinaigrette and gourmet curry powder, they have something for everyone. Enjoy the authentic blend of spices, herbs, and chili peppers with their Flavour de la Baye jerk seasoning, perfect for marinating savory and flavorful chicken wings, ready to sizzle on the grill. And their spicy herb vinaigrette, a classic emulsion of oil and vinegar, flavored with their premium herb blend and hot pepper sauce, perfect for any colorful and refreshing salad or any other side dish. Enjoy the contemporary and the traditional in every culinary creation with Flavour de la Baye seasonings and beverages. Follow them now on Instagram at Flavour de la Baye and find your next favorite flavor at www.flavordelabaye.com. And if you are the owner of a business, especially a Black-owned business, please send me an email at charmainejoyelle@gmail.com. I'd love to promote your business, but let's get started. So my camera's actually pushed a little more forward today. I had to kind of set it closer to me from where I usually do, because I don't know if you guys can kind of see in the reflection of the mirror here. I have a kennel set up and covered with some towels because I have actually rescued a kitten. Tyler and I aren't sure if we're going to keep her. Tyler is a bit allergic to cats, even though I'm absolutely in love with her and I have secretly named her, against Tyler's recommendation because he doesn't want me to get attached. Anyone in my family, anyone who is close friends with me knows that I am obsessed with animals, always have been from the time I was like 5 up until like senior year of high school. I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I've always had pets. I've always had dogs, cats, hamsters. I had a bearded dragon, I've had betta fish, and even currently, you guys know I have Nero and Millie, who are my pit bull and lab mix, and then my pit bull and Shar-Pei mix, and then I also have Archie, who is my betta fish. You guys have probably seen me post, once or twice about him if you follow me on Instagram. So if the setup is seems a little closer than usual today, that is why. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go through my current skincare routine. If you've also been with my channel from kind of the get-go, you know that my channel originally started around the topic of skincare, specifically Korean skincare. I was highly enthusiastic about K-beauty, all the advancements and uniqueness in the Korean beauty skincare genre. But you guys know, shortly after kind of starting my skincare channel, I shifted into natural hair care after doing my big chop, and I took more interest in taking care of my hair and watching that grow and kind of going on my healthy hair journey. But my skincare routine, I haven't bought new skincare items for probably close to a couple of years now. I've honestly just been trying to use up the things that I already have. You guys know I'm not like a product junkie. I do a lot of reviews on things, but oftentimes when I don't finish those products or just have too many things already, I'll often sell those things on Poshmark to those who either want to try the product themselves and not pay full price, or who don't want to dedicate themselves to an entire bottle of something they may not possibly like or may not work out for them. So contrary to popular belief of most natural hair YouTubers or beauty gurus on this platform, I don't hoard product. I just don't. I think it's a waste, and I know I'm not gonna be able to use all of it. But with my skincare, I have been trying to just kind of get through and use some of the things that I already have. To start, I am gonna wash my face. This used to look like a cat. By the way, like a little cartoon kitty. He had his little fist up like this. If I can find a picture, I'll post it up in the corner of what it originally looked like. And I'll also tag the review video that I originally did for this, but this is also a Korean skincare beauty brand. It was like the ice cream facial soap wash. I honestly forget half the names of these things. But I've been using up these soaps as my facial cleansers ever since I ran out of my African black soap, which is kind of like my preferred cleanser. If I'm taking a shower and washing my face, I usually keep this in the shower with me when I'm washing my face. I'll just, you know, lather it up between my hands and use that to wash my face. But if I have already taken a shower that morning and I want to wash my face at night, I do have my little Bliss bristle brush. You turn it on and it kind of vibrates. I have the softer bristles on for sensitive skin. I'll use this usually to wash my face over my sink if I'd already taken a shower for that day and just want to wash my face before going to bed. So I'll usually get my hands wet and then the bar wet and kind of rub some of the soap onto the bristles here. Get some suds. I'm gonna turn this on. But I believe this is their pomegranate soap, and this has been my favorite one so far out of all of the little kitty cat ice cream soaps that I have had. But my goal right now is to just kind of finish off what I already have, because I want to shift more into using black-owned, black created skincare brands. I feel like using a brand that's created from somebody with similar skin to mine, who's part of the same community that I'm a part of, would probably understand my skin needs a little bit more. I mean, skincare is a little more universal than hair care, but I don't know, you guys know I've been taking more pride in using products that have been created by members of our community. And so that's what I'm hoping to shift into, is skincare products created by, you know, black people. That's why I really fell in love with the African black soap. So once I'm done using these products, I'm probably gonna buy more African black soap, but I would also appreciate if you guys would recommend more, would recommend me down in the comments some black-owned beauty brands. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse my face off real quick. Next, what I'm going to use is, I'm going to be finishing up my Killawatt Yaha facial toner by Crave Beauty. This is also created by actually a K-Beauty YouTuber on here. I'll go ahead and post her username down below. This is supposed to be like a skin resurfacing exfoliator with AHA. And just to read the description really quick, it is a skin resurfacing exfoliator that kicks your dead skin cells to the curb, revealing youthful, healthier skin, while also feeding your skin delicious antioxidants from dark, leafy greens. Kiss goodbye to the appearance of discoloration, sun damage, and fine lines with regular use. So this is what I'm trying to finish up. I only have a little bit left, but I'm just gonna add some to a cotton pad and then use that all over my face. But really quick, to go back to the bar soap, recently I've been trying to use more products that are just kind of like in a bar form or don't have as much plastic packaging, just to, you know, reduce the amount of plastic being put into our landfills, you know, trying to be responsible as well. So that's kind of my other interest in using like African black soap, since usually it comes just as the bar with, you know, like a paper covering. But I also like to use I didn't scrub my neck with my soap with my bristle brush, but if I'm in the shower, I'll usually scrub my neck and my chest, and I always bring my skincare products, you know, up my neck and down the front of my chest as well. And then I also like to clean the inside of my ears. I've noticed since going natural, I think just in general, hair products will sometimes accumulate on your ears, or you know, you'll have a little bit of product coating your ears, like especially with like oils and stuff, and if you wear your hair down often. So I like to clean my ears and stuff like that as well. Let that kind of dry and soak in. All right, the next. Essences are like super popular in K-Beauty. I don't know if that's something that usually runs in other skincare lines. I know there's like, you'll use like a serum and stuff like that, but using some sort of like treatment essence, which is usually the goal, is to like add as much moisture into your skin as possible. In K-Beauty, like one of the most common themes you'll see is they want you to add as much moisture and hydration into your skin, kind of like we do with our hair. And they believe that that is what's gonna help kind of prevent or cure, or whatever the term is, fine lines, wrinkles, that sort of stuff. But the next stuff I'm going to be using, and it's from Misha. I've actually used their BB creams before, but it's the Misha Time Revolution, the First Treatment Essence Intensive Moist. What I like to do is I just sprinkle a little bit into the palm of my hand, rub my hands together a little bit. I'm doing this over the sink so I don't drip everywhere. And then I'll just kind of rub that into my neck, chest, and all over my face. Sometimes pat it to my under eyes. Why not? Moisture there is indeed needed. And I'm just gonna kind of continue to pat that in, rub that in until it absorbs. But let's get on to some other topics in the meantime while I'm rubbing this in. I'm not sure how many of you guys keep up with some of the bigger YouTubers on this platform, whether you're subscribed to them or not, or keep up with some of the YouTube drama. Naturally, I kind of know about these things being a part of the YouTube platform. I've been thinking a lot recently with a lot of the recent issues coming up with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. I'm not sure if you guys have kind of heard about some of their drama, but you know, a lot of their racist past have been coming to light, and a lot of their old content revolving around the use of using the N-word, or you know, doing blackface as a part of the whole, you know, YouTube comedy crap that was really popular early 2000s, mid 2000s. It just has gotten me thinking that with everything coming to light with some of these bigger white YouTubers and them kind of being exposed for their inappropriate behavior, especially towards people of color in the Black community, what I'm hoping would happen from this is that yes, that they are held accountable for their actions. Really quick, I'm going to go in with my Claire's freshly juiced vitamin E mask. This is what I use for my moisturizer. But back on topic, what I'm hoping with the exposure of these kinds of YouTubers and, you know, having their platforms or channels taken down as a result of holding them accountable, that this would boost more opportunities for creators of color and Black creators in general. Just patting that into my skins. Again, taking it up my neck and my chest. But, you know, based off of YouTube's history with, you know, some of their bigger white creators, even after being exposed for disgusting behaviors, is that, sure, their ads are taken away, but this is either gonna boost their popularity or literally nothing is even gonna happen to them. Their subscribers will be back, their popularity will be back, or they'll just still have a platform in general. But with also Jenna Marbles, who kind of canceled herself because she came forward and admitted to doing blackface when she was trying to imitate the rapper Nicki Minaj, if you know of her. She has kind of left the platform as well. I'm hoping that by some of these YouTubers leaving the platform, this would open up more opportunities for, again, creators of color and Black creators. That is my hope. But besides that, who cares about, I really don't care about them, let's be honest here, especially Jeffree Star. After he called Jackie Aina, if you don't know who she is, she's the biggest Black beauty guru at this time, I think, on YouTube. Him calling her a gorilla, which is completely disgusting. This has made me realize how much I really want Black creators to come together more often. Okay, so I'm just gonna chit-chat a little bit while I let my moisturizer absorb before I kind of go into my makeups. So while this is absorbing, let's continue chit-chatting. I'm not sure if people consider the natural hair community part of the beauty community, or if the beauty community is really just about makeup. I really want to see more camaraderie amongst Black creators. My hope would be, you know, as my channel gets bigger and I have more opportunities to hopefully collab with other people within the natural hair community on YouTube, or even maybe those who are outside of YouTube. I just want, you know, I just kind of want that solidarity between, especially with Black women creators. I think there is this stereotype amongst, I think, women in general, but I think amongst the Black community, or that people believe about the Black community, that we just aren't really solid. We don't really come together much like people see within, you know, the Asian community or the Latin community, Mexican community, Spanish community, it's just Latin, you know, or even the white community. I kind of want to disintegrate and break down that stereotype. I want people to see Black women creators coming together and having fun and creating content together and, you know, really supporting each other more publicly. And I'm sure we do. I just feel like it's not broadcasted as often as it is amongst other communities. I think people really want others to think that Black people can't or will not do that. And I do find that frustrating that there is this, I don't know, is agenda the word that I want to use? That there is this idea that we all just kind of run in our own lanes. We won't collaborate with each other. We don't really try to support each other or be there for each other. I don't want that to be the common idea or thought or image that is portrayed amongst the Black community. I really don't. I'm tired of people constantly pitting, you know, Black creators against each other, that there can only be one that's on top or one that is successful, that there can't be really more than one or two of us that are at the top. There are so many white creators, so many Asian creators that can be successful at the same time, but when it comes to Black creators or Black gurus or Black influencers, that there's really just that token, just that one token person. I'm also kind of tired of expecting other people to push us to the top. I feel like we need to do that ourselves. So basically, I'm hoping that one day I will be able to kind of collaborate with maybe some other natural hair YouTubers and do some really cool content with them and get to know them and maybe build up the natural hair community the way that the beauty community has been built up. You know, that we can all be kind of seen as, like, you know, sisters or friends and, you know, really come together as a community. I feel like we're all very separated at this time. I mean, we all acknowledge each other, but I'd like to see more content being done together more. I don't know if that's really as possible with hair as it is with makeup. I think it is. I think we just need to put that kind of effort into it. And so I'm kind of been brainstorming on how I can do that. All right, let's start some makeup. Primer I'm going to be using is my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, so I'm going to start with that. But those have just been kind of my recent thoughts because of what has been going on with YouTube lately, and honestly, I am very happy that these influencers are either outing themselves or that, you know, these things, their history is being brought to light. We should not be supporting people who have zero respect and find humor in kind of degrading and using these negative stereotypes of Black people. I'm tired of it. It's not funny. It's never been funny. And I would like to see more Black creators be at the forefront. I feel like, I mean, I know we have so much to offer. So those are just kind of my recent thoughts. You know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You guys know that I always like to read your responses and your opinions on these kinds of things. I know this kind of came across as just kind of a random rant, but that's honestly been on my mind, and I really, being a part of this platform, want to be a part of something bigger and seeing more Black female creators come together, especially within our natural hair community. When we have so much to offer, we offer so much, and it's not just about hair. It's about, you know, being proud of your natural self and finally getting to be yourself, and you know, your hair health is just a part of your health in general. So yeah, there's that. Next, I haven't used my Fenty Beauty foundation in quite a while, so I think I'm gonna actually use that today. So I'm using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation since my skin tends to get pretty oily. But I'm also going to mix it with a little bit of this moisturizer, which is actually a K-Beauty brand. It is the Beauty Filter Cream in Glow, but I'm gonna mix a little bit of these together just because even though I have oily skin, the foundation tends to be a little drying and it can be a little hard to blend out on its own. That's just my opinion. So shake up my foundation and then I'm just gonna do a little tiny squirt, like one pump, half a pump, something like that. We're gonna mix that together. kind of dot that all over my face. And of course down my neck, because I want to blend that especially. I have a feeling this is actually going to be kind of light. It's been a while since I've used this, now that it's summer. Alright, give myself a little mustache. And I have my beauty blender. It's naturally a tan color, so don't freak out. I'm using a dry beauty blender, by the way, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend, blend, blend. Sometimes I'll blend it up on my ear as well to make sure everything is matching. Ah, yes, some of you have been also asking me if I will be sharing some of the details about my wedding and all that stuff. I do want to, once I actually decide on some of these things, you know, my wedding hairstyle, wedding makeup, you know, that kind of stuff. I think it'd be fun. I do want to do a natural hairstyle. Honestly, I do not plan on straightening my hair for my wedding. Honestly, I think there's so many pretty natural hairstyles that I can do, whether that is wearing my afro and kind of, you know, adding flowers into it. Someone sent me a really, really cute picture of a woman wearing her afro on her wedding day with like baby's breath kind of put into it. It was gorgeous. I probably won't do a protective style. I would prefer to wear my hair out, whether it's stretched or again in an afro. Cool, now that's blended. Hey, it matched a little bit better than I thought. Highlighting and contour, I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Match Stix. For the highlighter, I'm using the shade Sand, and for the contour, I'm using the shade Truffle. This I usually just go in with my finger, kind of warms it up a little bit. But yes, I do plan on sharing those sorts of details with my wedding, because I think it's important to show that you can be natural for your wedding, that you can have natural hairstyles that are meant for those kinds of occasions. I think that oftentimes we think we need to straighten our hair for like job interviews, weddings, parties, going out, that sort of stuff. And I think, again, it's important to showcase that natural hair is appropriate for any setting. Do a little bit down my nose. I don't like to use like extremely light shades for highlighting or extremely dark shades for contouring. I think it looks a little extra. That's just me personally. So I'll only use like a couple shades lighter from my base skin tone, or like, you know, 2 or 3 shades darker from my original skin tone, etc., etc. Although the truffle shade was actually a recommendation from actually one of you guys. Thank you very much. So, but as far as planning the wedding, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know where to begin. Honestly, I think one of the first steps would be checking out some venues and then kind of debating whether that's something you can do financially and kind of going from there. But obviously, I've never been married before. So this has been quite the adventure and a little bit stressful because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I've been kind of harassing my mom lately to be like, could you help me out here? I literally don't know what I'm doing. So she told me to just start kind of looking at some places within Arizona first. Tyler and I were kind of maybe planning on doing something out of the state, but to save money, I would prefer to use my savings and my finances on either a honeymoon or paying for a house to buy a house. So I'm probably gonna try looking at some places just within the state that are pretty nice. I don't want to do Sedona. If you live in Arizona, you know basically everybody gets either engaged or married in Sedona. I don't want to do what everyone else has done or is doing. So Sedona is kind of off of my list at the moment. All right, I'm gonna go in with my contour shade now, but since I have like new cheekbones, gonna go along my jawline here. And I don't like to do like above the jawline. I've seen someone do that. I like to go exactly on it so that I can blend it down into my neck and it doesn't look like my head is like a Barbie doll line sitting right on top of my neck. And then I'm just gonna do some lines down my nose maybe a little bit right here. And I also like to contour and add some shadowing under my lip and right in that little valley of like your Cupid's bow right here, because I don't want to get Botox, but it's just like a little shadowing secret to making your lips look a little fuller without having to like actually cosmetically enhance them, or like surgically enhance them, whatever the term is. Blendity, blendity, blend. And I will typically blend exactly on the line. I don't like to go up and down a whole lot. Just kind of blend where it's at, and I'll bring it up around my hairline. I don't really see the need to go too crazy with bringing any contouring streaks on my hairline, but I will usually blend it onto my ear, again, trying to get everything smooth and blend it into each other, and bring it up on said hairline. I don't like it to be too harsh either, so I will blend, 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 blend. All right, jawline. For this, I drag it down. Down the jaw, and then down my neck. Pat, 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 drag, 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 pat, 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 drag, drag, drag. And same for my nose. I'm just gonna take the tip of my beauty blender, which is now covered in contour, and I'm just dragging it along that line. Sometimes I'll pat it down my nose and up into my eyebrow. Doo, doo, doo. Creating that definition. All right, there we go. So I don't want to bring it up onto the bridge of my nose because I just placed some highlight there, or the lighter shade for the highlight, and now I'm just gonna pat it in, blend that bad boy in, and then keep it bow. Patting in that same spot. I don't want it to get too spread out, again, because I'm only highlighting that this little valley area here. And then for my lip, I actually blend up into the lip. I don't want to drag it down. I'll pat in place where the line is, and then if I need to blend, I'm just kind of going like this, but a little faster. And that's kind of, this is the like normal foundation contour routine. It's the same routine I basically do as my base, and then everything else is just kind of whatever I feel for the day. So the contour and the highlight, and then of course the foundation is my normal base, how I start out basically every single makeup look. So next I'm going to prime my eyes with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer in Invisipink, because again, I have oily skin and my eyeshadows tend to crease and get nasty. Use my ring finger. That's what I wanted to ask. So I have a Pinterest, a Pinterest board, of course, for my wedding. But I've been wondering what style of wedding dress would look best. And honestly, I think that you probably have an easier time choosing those things once you actually start to go try on dresses. Well, I wasn't sure if you guys had any recommendations of what styles you guys think would be really pretty, or you know, what are your experiences with your weddings? What are some things that you wish you had done, wish you hadn't done? I'm trying to learn as much as possible, quite honestly, to make this process a little bit easier on myself. So those of you ladies who are married or have been married or may even be wedding planners, what are your recommendations, por favor? Quick coffee break. I'm not sure what makeup style I want to do, but I am wearing this kind of like teal, greenish blue, like bodysuit top dealio, and my earrings kind of match, so maybe I'll do something kind of similar with my makeup today. But to start off, the base color, I'm using the Nubian by Juvia palette, and I'm going to be using this, they're literally just labeled by numbers in this palette, but I'm going to be using this brown right here for my base. But I also wanted to do a quick little health update for those who have been on my channel and know that I have been kind of struggling with my diet and like gut health and my weight. And I am happy to say I am back up to 108 pounds. For a while there, I was like below 100 pounds. I was 95 pounds for a while. And then I was kind of stuck around the 100 pound mark for a couple months here. But I am happy to say I have successfully been putting on some weight. I can kind of tell more in like my arms and my face. Tyler's been noticing and he thinks I look much healthier, have more energy. I've been able to eat breakfast basically every morning for the last month, which is huge. You know, even if it's just like cereal. But I also haven't been having as many like gut issues lately. I've been drinking only lactose-free milk. So I try to cut out as much dairy, which has been helping a lot, honestly. But if I do drink milk, it is lactose-free. And then obviously try to keep I still eat some like, you know, breads and oats, and you know, that's kind of hard to kind of miss with some cereals. But if I have the option to go a gluten-free route, then I will do that as well, like with pancakes and stuff like that. Some breads and pastas. But I've been trying to do more plant-based diets, so more greens, more veggies, and then like more fruits and stuff like that as well. So that has been helping a ton. So let's see here. Now that I'm just gonna take whatever is left off of my brush here and kind of do my under eyes. I think I'm gonna take a chance here, and I'm gonna go in with the Warrior 3 palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to lightly go in over the brown with this green. And then I'm gonna probably go in with a blue shade from my Fenty Beauty palette. But I'm gonna use Masai, this green color. You guys have probably seen me use this in my Broccoli Babe Halloween tutorial. Also, with my anxiety, I've actually been seeing a doctor for my anxiety and been on some anxiety medication, but I've also been talking to an online therapist, which has been a lot easier and actually a cheaper route. It is through BetterHelp. No, this is not sponsored, so don't freak out. And what I liked about it is that I could very specifically, I could recommend a specific therapist. So I personally chose to recommend a therapist that deals with anxiety disorders. I chose eating disorders too, just so she kind of has a better understanding of like my dietary restrictions and how that has affected my anxiety, or how my anxiety affects that, you know, vice versa. And then I also very specifically chose a Black female therapist as well. So because I feel like she would better understand, obviously, certain anxieties surrounding, you know, racial issues, or, you know, racial issues that I have dealt with in my past that have caused anxiety, or certain, I'm not gonna say PTSD because I haven't been diagnosed with PTSD, but I feel like a lot of us do deal with some form of PTSD due to racially charged encounters, racist experiences, racist people, and that has helped a lot actually, being able to speak to her about those issues, and she understands being a Black woman. So that is kind of an update on my physical health and my mental health. So I am speaking to a therapist, I'm seeing a doctor for my anxiety and my dietary issues, weight issues, and whatnot. To go over this green now, I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette, and the color I want to use is this kind of darker blue here. I feel like that's gonna better blend in with the green. It almost exactly matches this. Would you look at that? And it's called Suck It To Me. So I'm gonna take a blending brush and lightly tap, 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 tap. And then my mirror's all jacked up because I use it to kind of like swirl the color into my brush a little bit so I don't have too much. And then I also kind of lightly tap it off into the sink just so I don't have too much color. Maybe go over this and start blending that out a bit. Lord help me, what am I doing? I like never use dark colors. Ah! Okay, we'll stop right there and we're gonna do the next eye. Lightly, actually I need to hold this closer to the end. Blend, blend, blend. What do you guys think? Is that good? Stop right there for a second. Stop right there. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna take that Sock It To Me color again and just kind of go line my eye a little bit, mostly the outer corner, and then I'm gonna take that blending brush just to blend it out. Let's try and connect this bad boy here. Just do the outer corner and then I'll blend out from there. Just to connect everything. What am I doing? Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay, let's blend. So, I've completely cleaned this brush off so that I can blend and I'm not like adding more color, but I'm just gonna start blending out this line here. Add just a little light shimmer. I'm going to, I think, go in with this really pretty, like, shimmery blue from my Fenty palette. It is called Evil Genie. Pat some of that, tap off the excess, and just kind of go over the middle a little bit. Repeat, just to add some, like, depth. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Okay. Add a little more blue in there too. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay. Okay. And then I've kind of, my camera was dead, so I was charging the battery, and I already kind of blended out the bottom with a little bit more of that brown, and then I went and blended out the outer edges as well. But, okay, yeah. All right. So let's find an inner corner shade. Maybe, you know what, I'm just gonna use this white. I don't like to use a lot of like bright white as my highlighters, but I'm gonna do it. It's called Moroccan Ice. I've gone ahead and cleaned off my blending brush, so I'm just gonna tap very lightly on that white, blend it out, tap tap, and again with my blending brush, just kind of start patting it in, and then I'll lightly blend it out underneath my eye and up into the corners here. All right, this isn't too bad. Get some sparklers up in here. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. Maybe take a little bit under my brow here, using what's left on it, at least. Pretty. All right, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it. Okay. We'll do that. All right, cute. Gonna go ahead and finish off the eyebrow. I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. Sometimes I used to get the Anastasia Beverly Hills like brow wiz, because I don't have like pencil thin brows that really need filled in. I just kind of like to use a gel to get my hairs in place here, with maybe just a little bit of extra color to fill in the ends. Nothing too crazy, but cute. For my blush, I'm actually going to be using up my Too Faced Sweetheart's Perfect Blush, or sorry, Sweetheart's Perfect Flush Blush, and it's in Sparkling Bellini. It's like this kind of coral pink shade. I don't like to use a whole ton of blush, so I like to cute. Just something to give a little color to me face. Ooh, a little bit on the tip of my nose, nothing crazy. Ooh, there we go. Getting some color there. Don't worry, I'll do my mascara. Just give me a minute. Okay, and then for mascara, I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup Kush mascara. Maybe just a little bit on the bottom, nothing too crazy. I think I'm gonna try and layer, it's this, it's a Korean beauty brand. I just have like a ton of different random lip colors. It's I'm Lip Crayon, and it's in the shade Joy. Joy for Joyelle. It's kind of like a My Lip but better shade, because my eyes are already dark and already have a lot of makeup on them, so I don't really want a dark color, but I want to add some color to it. Okay, we'll do that, and then let me grab my highlighter now to finish all this off. All right. last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Killawatt Girl Next Door and Chic Phreak highlighter. You guys know I'm all about my Fenty Beauty right now. And I don't hoard products, so I don't hoard makeup either. I'm just gonna go in with my fan brush and start going in on my cheeks. Get out. My nose bridge. A little bit above my eyebrows. Nothing too crazy on my forehead, but nose bridge. Cupid's bow. My chin, and then recently my collarbones are out. I'll put a little bit on my collarbone too. I think we're done. All right, I think I'm just gonna leave my hair up, honestly. I like it kind of off my neck a little bit. Looks very cute. I got some bracelets on, a little bit of teal and boho chic as they call it. But some little teal earrings to match. But we're done, you guys. Let me close my eyes so you guys can kind of get a good look here. Alright you guys, so that was my current skincare routine and then just a quick little makeup look for you guys. Again, I'm just trying to use up stuff I already have. I'm not like a huge product junkie. I'm trying not to like be financially irresponsible by, you know, buying a bunch of products I know I'm not gonna be able to use all of. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of random chit chat and some thoughts and an update on some of the things going on in my life and some of my thoughts on the current status of YouTube and things going on. But again, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Keep blooming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.